you're new here, I cannot be the only one who feels like this year has completely flown by. I feel like we were just doing New Year's for 2022 and we're already in August now. How did that happen? I have no idea how that happened. I don't remember July at all. Am I the only one who feels like time is flying by? It's like this weird feeling where time is going really slowly and also going really fast at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but it's weird trying to get back into a routine. I feel like people are still kind of all over the place these days, including myself. So with that being said, I thought that I would do a mid-year reset. I know I'm a little bit late. I know it's already almost September, but honestly, I feel like, in my opinion, it's never too late to address your goals that you made earlier in the year. Actually, I feel like it's important to address them throughout the year to see if you're on track. And I haven't really been doing that. So I thought because it's been a little bit of time since I've filmed my last video, I would take you guys along with my little mid-year reset. Not even like a reset, but just addressing some of the goals I made in the beginning of the year in my New Year's resolutions video. Even I had to go back and, this is gonna sound really bad, but even I had to go back and double check what my goals even were. Like, I had a vague sense of what they were, but I wasn't 100% sure exactly what I wanted to do this year, which I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in myself. I don't think that's a good mindset, but I need to just review it and see where I am, and maybe in the, how many months do we have left? 4 months left of this year, I can try to get back on track. Again, I feel like it's important to note it doesn't need to be this concrete way of thinking where, you know, if you miss July, you know, you can't ever do a mid-year reset, or even if you're in December, you know, it's never too late, because I feel like, you know, it's important to have goals for the year. But I think I mentioned this in my New Year's resolution video, that goals are like good to have, but with some flexibility. So, I mean, if you achieve your goals maybe like next March or something and not January, or by the end of this year, you're still getting there. You're still working towards it. You're still striving to get to a place that you want to be, and you're still experiencing growth in different ways. So, you know, if you don't achieve your goal by a set date, although that's a guideline, I feel like it's important to also note that you're working towards it and you will eventually get there. It might just take a little bit more time. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications to see when I post new videos, and like this video if you want to see more videos on goals and planning and reset routines, you know, all the good stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm looking at my goals right here. I still feel like this year has just flown by. I can't even believe that we're in August already. It's almost fall. I can't even believe it. So, okay. So basically I reviewed my New Year's resolution video, and which seems like ages ago. But my 4 goals that I made for 2022 were to be more flexible with my diet and exercise, budget more, and implement new budget strategies as well. Be more active in my spiritual practices. So in terms of my spiritual practices, I consider that like meditating, journaling, workbook, like things to awaken my spirit and to keep my soul in line, in terms of that, but also like mental health and self-care. And also devoting time to thinking about my goals and passions. And by that, I just mean in terms of what areas in my life I want to focus on, who I am, you know, what drives me in my career, you know, just a general sense of where I'm going in my life and what I want to devote my energy towards. So this was interesting. Some of these I feel like I was actually doing unintentionally because like I said, I did forget my goals. But it's a good thing in the end, right? So to be more flexible with my diet, that was my number 1 goal. I feel like I did this. Right now I'm in a place where I am much more flexible with my diet, and to be honest, that did not happen. It kind of happened intentionally, but also not really. I've been meaning to do this. I don't know who's watching, but I used to have a bunch of videos on the keto diet and the paleo diet, and I was very focused around that. Oh, the sun's coming out. Oh, how nice. It's lighting up my room. But anyway, I was so focused on the keto diet and the paleo diet and working out and intermittent fasting and all of those things. And I still will say I'm a firm believer in those two diets, uh, with, interchanging between the two for whatever reasons you decide personally. But I did a mix of both depending on the day, and I would fast, and I still believe in the benefits of fasting and everything. I will be doing an updated workout diet video soon, but I stopped because I was having some health issues, I don't think related to the diet, but just in general, and I wanted to limit any sort of other symptoms that might come from what foods I was eating, or rather what foods I was restricting. So with those diets, you do have to be mindful of different things, especially the keto diet, just making sure electrolytes are in balance, and, if you're fasting, making sure that you're paying attention to your body. And again, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not, certified or anything. This is just from personal experience. But in my personal experience, I would have to make sure that I did things a certain way. And so between that and some other things I was going through, I just decided to incorporate all types of food. I'm still limiting gluten, but I'm just much more flexible in terms of what I eat and when I eat and how much exercise I'm doing. That's one thing that I have been ignoring. I will say that with everything going on this summer, which has been a very busy summer, very hectic, I have not exercised, which is so unlike me to even go like maybe a week or two, but I went a good 2 months without exercising, and I noticed the change. So I went back, and I couldn't believe how little I could do. It wasn't discouraging, but it's just a reminder to, even when you feel like you have strength or you feel like you can do cardio, it might not be the case until you actually, test it out. And I did, and I was like, wow, I can't even do this. And this is something that used to be very easy for me. So I'm starting to get back into the gym and work out, work on flexibility. Again, that will probably be in my September goals, to work on flexibility and stretching and strength training. So with this resolution, I will say that I am working towards. I feel like I'm in a good place. I feel like it was lacking until around May. June was when I didn't really do much in terms of addressing this goal. It was hard to be more flexible with my diet. But right now, starting, in the past month or so, I'm really trying to do that, and I feel good. So it is paying off. So I'm going to continue that until the end of the year, and then do my check-in then and see what my experiences was like. And I lost weight. So it does show that it's helping. My second goal was to budget more. Um so so yeah. Well, okay, I don't know why I'm laughing. I feel like okay. How do I? I only spend on food. Like, who doesn't love DoorDash? So but again, okay, what I'm going to say is I did start budgeting this year. I bought a budget planner, and I'll probably show that in a future video. Actually, I'll just show it now. So I have this Clever Fox monthly budget planner, and great budget planner. This is not sponsored. But no, it really is a great budget planner. It gives you the whole month. And yeah. Gives you the whole month, breaks it down. It was my first time using a budget planner, and I really loved it, actually. I'm still using it. The only reason I laughed earlier was because I used it so consistently, and I was so dedicated during certain months, and then you flip to another month and I have nothing there. But for the most part, they were filled out, and I was sticking to it. I am sticking to it. I'm going to do it for September. I didn't do it. I kind of did half of it for August. Again, just because I've been so busy. But I I'm proud of myself because I did do more months than not, and I stuck to it. But it really gave me a good sense of where my money's going and what I even pay monthly, like how much of that is being taken out and what bills I have and my savings and when certain things are due. Like I never really organized things that way. I just would, swipe a card, pay online, and just be like, okay, that's I paid my bill, but okay, so I paid my bill, but how much of that is being taken out? It's not the same because you see it on paper, you see how much you're spending. And along with that, with the swiping of the card, I started a cash envelope system, which again was so new to me. I've never done that before. I love it because I can see the cash in the envelopes. I don't have to, like, I can't swipe because it's not in my account, it's in this envelope. And when I need it, I just, use it. And it gives you such a sense of how much money you have and how much you're spending. And it's tangible. So I don't know, it's a different type of feeling. It's not just invisible money. You actually can hold it, you can feel it. And I work really well with that. At least this year, experiencing it for the first time, I work really well with it. So I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to continue to try to be more consistent, at least to end the year strong with that, and to plan for next year to set myself up, which is a very good idea. So, to just set yourself up financially for next year. My spiritual practices. So with this, I said I wanted to prioritize meditating, journaling, being more present and patient, and being more active in my self-care rather than passive. So by that, I mean more actively addressing mental health or mindfulness, anxiety, grounding techniques. I would include meditation or like journaling, workbooks, what else? Planning, yoga, exercise, I would count. So more active things where you experience a physical change, a mental change, a spiritual change, as opposed to, baths. I love baths, but it's relaxing, but you're not actively doing something, I don't think, to address certain things. I think there needs to be a balance between active and passive self-care. So sleeping would be a good example of passive. What else would be passive examples? Like going for a walk would be active because you're actively doing something, but passive might be reading a book for pleasure. If it was a self-care book or a personal development book, I would say that's active. So it really depends. I feel like there needs to be a balance. And the meditating, I still am not where I want to be. I put this goal on my monthly planner every single month, and every single week I put it down to meditate every day for at least just even 5 minutes. And for some reason, I can't get back into the swing of things with that. But I'm really trying because meditating helps me so much. And I'm going to keep trying to do it every day, even just to fit it in somewhere, even if it just means breathing for a few minutes, really centering myself. The workbooks I've been doing really well with. Same with journaling. Journaling is a little on and off, and by that I just mean free writing my thoughts and feelings at the end of the day. And being more present and patient, definitely still working on. That's really hard, how to stay in the moment and how to stay present with yourself and not let yourself spiral. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to the feeling of your thoughts spiraling and feeling like you have no control over anything, but how to rein that in and be more grounded with yourself. So yeah, so I would say that's like a 5 out of 10 for me. I'm addressing certain areas of that, but there's definitely room for improvement, and I'm not where I want to be. So again, I want to finish the year strong with that and really buckle down and do the meditations and do the journaling I just want to see how it affects me, because so far it's been very positive. The last one is devoting time to my thinking about my goals and passions. I have had no time to do this. Okay, but honestly, that's like when someone asks you a question like, who are you? And I've asked people that, but but I don't know, it's oh my gosh, what a loaded question, because I'm oh my gosh, I forgot how old I am. I'm in my late 20s, And so it's like that is the time when you are discovering yourself and are trying to figure out who you are and what you want and what your passions are. And don't get me wrong, I do know a lot about what I'm interested in and what I'm good at, and like what area of life I want to devote my energy towards. But there's no way I'm close to figuring out exactly what I want to do. I feel like it changes all the time. Does anyone else feel that way when you want to figure out who you are and you're interested in so many things that you're just like, where do I go from here? So yeah, I've had no time to do this. I've had no time to just sit down and really think. In my mind, when I made this goal, I thought maybe each month I would write down different things that I'm interested in and then expand on that every month, and then, to promote like different thought patterns and maybe discover new things about myself. Also included in meditating, you discover new things about yourself. I've just had no time. So that one, I actually probably won't push myself to do any crazy self-discovery by the end of the year. That's a goal that doesn't really have a time limit. I feel like you could be 80 and still discovering things about yourself and still growing and learning and like, being involved in self-development. There's always things to work on, and there's always ways to expand your mind, your body, and your spirit. So I'm not going to rush that one. I'm not even going to rate it. I'm not going to judge myself. I'm just going to keep working on that. And I think you guys should too. I don't think it's a race. So yeah, but it's still good to think about, what you're interested in and who you are, and take note of different things that light you up or things that really break down your energy and make you feel really bad. So yeah, definitely good to take note of. But again, it's a goal that is can't really achieve it, but definitely something to focus on. We will see with that. Cool. Okay, so that is my mid-year slash last third of the year slash I'm late and I know, and it's okay though. I guess it's just a little check-in with myself to see where I'm at, and I finally feel like I have time to do so. So yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for joining me today. I will probably be doing a September plan with me and creating goals to address some of these generalized resolutions. So stick around for that. And yeah, I'd be interested in hearing your guys' goals too, and maybe, how you're doing with your resolutions, or, once you check in with yourself, things that you have accomplished or things that you're still working towards. I always like hearing what other people are working on and what they're doing for self-growth. So definitely interested in hearing that. So you can leave that in the comments below. Again, like this video if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you guys later. Bye!